Okay, so I think in the last panel we had a lot of discussions on the supply chain and supply chain. The most important thing in the supply chain, which we all have heard, is our sales, and then how we are managing our procurement and delivering to our clients. So vendors also have a very important role to play in managing our supply chain efficiently. So I'll cover a topic which is operational excellence, vendor management and digital transformation, which is more linked to how do we have more efficiency in our vendor management for efficient procurement, which will lead to efficient supply chain operations, right? So in our supply chain functions, strategic sourcing is one of the important functions in which we have our vendor management and a very important function. While we are managing various categories, what we are buying, so in order to have efficient management of those categories, we need to have a proper analysis of our spend management, and particularly I'm going to touch base in my presentation the tail spend management, which ProcMart is dealing in. And while doing so, we need to have vendor management in order to improve the risk, in order to bring the efficiencies. How can we have a consolidation of our vendors? Similarly, we have other functions to play in the strategic sourcing, which is sometimes e-sourcing, which we have already touched base in the last panel discussion. How do we use the technology in bringing the efficiency? There are various parameters in our strategic sourcing function which we all know and which we all need to focus on while managing our procurement, which is going deep dive into our procurement function, category analysis, identifying what is the spend we have, what are the cost structures of whatever procurement we are doing, and how to have the efficient procurement. Similarly, we track a lot of KPIs in order to have efficiency in our procurement function. We keep on working to realize improvements, keep on challenging the status quo so that we day in, day in bring more efficiency. And of course, technology is a very important lever for our strategic sourcing. We talked a lot about AI, ML. So it's not only talking about, we have to practically make usage of these technology in our function. And of course, cost savings. Without cost savings, we cannot be competitive. So it's an important KPI for all of us to manage. And every year we have to deliver efficiencies. And that only happens if we try to innovate, improve the processes, have better vendor partners, and do some VAV projects for us. So what are the benefits of vendor consolidation? So if we try to have too many vendors, that is a big issue, because then it becomes everything inefficient. We have to issue a lot of purchase orders, lot of reconciliations, vendor reconciliations have to be done. But having too less a vendor is also not good, because then becomes a risky proposition. So we need to have an optimum structure wherein we have optimum number of vendors, and particularly when we talk about the tail spend, typically when we have our procurement function, we have indirect procurement, which is maybe 5 to 10% of our procurement. There we have more than 80 to 90% of our vendors. There we can bring more efficiency by consolidating the vendors and optimizing the number of vendors. So which leads to, of course, cost savings, efficiencies, simplified supplier management, and of course, when we are dealing with less number of vendors, we can enforce our quality systems, quality processes more efficiently. I'll run a small video about the ProcMart, and then I'll talk about what we are exactly doing.
India is evolving at a rapid pace. The supply chain is becoming more interconnected, dynamic and agile. We now expect immediate access to products, making effective supply chain crucial for timely delivery. ProcMart, the future of manufacturing, is here. ProcMart is a leading B2B marketplace specializing in rural procurement, offering end-to-end supply chain solutions that help manufacturers streamline their operations, reduce costs, and drive strategic growth. At ProcMart, we are more than just a platform. We are your strategic partner, optimizing procurement across key industries: MRO, biofuels, packaging, and utility services. ProcMart's tech-enabled platform simplifies procurement for manufacturers, offering seamless discovery, ordering, and supply management. Advanced analytics provide insights into spend, vendor performance, and inventory optimization, while Tableau-based dashboards ensure real-time visibility into key metrics like category spend, delivery adherence, and compliance. Our efficient supply chain services ensure just-in-time delivery, reducing inventory holding costs and minimizing stockouts. With over 35 warehouses and serving over 9,500 PIN codes across India, we bring supplies closer to your plants. ProcMart has a growing international presence, with operations in Indonesia and Malaysia. ProcMart partners with large enterprises across industries, providing tailored solutions that align with their unique needs. Our strategic partnerships ensure seamless integration, scalability, and long-term success. ProcMart isn't just a vendor, we are a strategic partner in your journey towards operational excellence. From vendor consolidation to inventory optimization, we enable manufacturers to focus on what they do best, creating world-class products.
We are indirect procurement B2B marketplace, wherein we help clients in optimizing the indirect procurement. So typically in any manufacturing factory, we have direct procurement, which is focused and which is the core of the product which we are manufacturing. But there are many items which are used in the factory, be it mechanical spares, electrical spares, some safety, and other consumables. There are almost 45 categories which we deal in, which supports the manufacturing and tries to bring more efficiency in managing the factories so that the procurement function can focus more on the direct material, which can be more value added in terms of bringing more efficiencies. So we try to bring structure to the indirect procurement similar to the direct procurement by making the catalogs so that it becomes all digitized. So or your factory, if you have say multi-locations, your people can, the users can actually make the orders through catalog, and seamlessly we define what are the items which are there, what are the descriptions, and based on the usage and the cost parameters, the delivery times, the users can make the orders to the catalog, and then that gets seamlessly delivered to the various factories at a uniform price across the factories. So what we achieve here is that the standardization happens across the factories. Of course, because we are dealing in bulk, we deal across industries, whether it is FMCG, pharma, auto, and we have a lot of large vendor base which we have developed for ourselves. We are able to procure more efficiently. So we are able to pass on some cost efficiencies also to our clients. So what in the whole process is you get technology in the indirect procurement and also more efficiency in the transparency. So this is the brief you can see here. So we have optimized ordering solutions. Also, you don't need to manage the inventories. So we have our VMI solutions, which are fast runners. We try to have VMI solutions for that, and we manage those inventory and deliver just in time. Of course, you don't need to deal with so many suppliers. Consolidation of the supplier happens, and everything becomes sort of, I would say, seamless through digital platform. Broadly, we have seen that we have almost 35 warehouses. So we try to be as close to the factory of our clients so that the material can be delivered just in time. So in the whole process, we try to eliminate the inefficiencies which are there because of multiple vendors for small items. What you get when you partner with ProcMart is your fragmented supplier base gets eliminated. All those inefficiencies are improved. Inventories gets optimized, and there are no manual ordering which we have to do. We bring consistent quality because then we become your one vendor partner. Then you are able to have quality parameters defined for products, and we ensure those quality. And of course, biggest thing is also the compliances. When you deal with small vendors, those MSME compliances, payment terms, GST reconciliation, all those are also one of those things where you are able to optimize and bring more efficiency. Right? So that is what I want to emphasize again here. The vendor consolidation brings in a lot of improvements and efficiencies in the whole process. we deal with these many categories. So whatever are the categories of the indirect spend, the tail spend which is being used in the factory, we serve across all items across India, across industries. This is the whole process technology we are using in our organization, technology in big way. AI ML, what we talked, we have been using it a lot in defining, because we are dealing with almost 3 lakh SKUs in our company. Daily we are generating more than 500 SKUs. So we are using a lot of technology, AI ML, to have no duplicate part codes. The part descriptions are accurate. Their descriptions are accurate, so that the right material gets delivered to our client. And the whole thing, while doing so, is the catalog is the biggest advantage, because in today's world, if you still have manual purchasing, where the purchase orders, the PI gets generated, the PO gets delivered for each single item, it is highly inefficient. So now the companies who are forward looking are adopting this and are making procurement for all indirect tail spend through catalogs. So which brings in a lot of efficiencies and transparency, and of course eliminate wastages also, because what we have observed while dealing with a lot of clients is that the companies who have started using catalog, they are able to monitor the spend, what is there, which factories are spending how much, and with that basis they've been able to eliminate a lot of wastages also. So these are few dashboards to just provide our clients with the tail spend, what has been spent, where are the improvement areas which are there. The catalog is the most important part. We have very nice catalog, with very good search, nice search functionalities, depending upon the user behavior, depending upon the factory, all those things gets highlighted for the various brands. We deal across all the industries, FMCG, pharma, auto, healthcare, across India. At the end, I would like to just summarize my presentation that by partnering with the ProcMart, you will be able to realize all these benefits. So one is, I've talked in detail, vendor consolidation, the pricing is important. So every time you don't need to negotiate those prices, you get a fixed pricing for a year. Product synergy happens, pricing synergy happens, inventory management, and this whole data on the indirect procurement gets cleansed, which otherwise is a lot of confusion which is there. Different plants buying different SKUs at different prices. Even the understanding of the part number which is purchased is different across different locations. So this is broadly what we try to do at ProcMart. And we have our team, Ashutosh, our Chief Business Officer is there, and we have an entire team here. We can have more discussions, and we can talk more about this and introduce what we are doing at ProcMart, so that we can partner with you. So this is what I have, and if you have any questions, I would like to take the questions.